If I was a good singer, I would begin today's reflection by singing a line from the Walking in Memphis hit, first performed by Mark and later popularized by Cher herself. Alas, I will save us all the embarrassment and just quote it. She said, "Tell me, are you a Christian, child?" And I said, "Ma'am, I am tonight." We don't need to be walking down Beale Street in Memphis to realize how important our answer to that question is. We ought to take this question seriously, especially if we identify ourselves as Christian individuals, or as some would have us say, as a Christian nation. Because our Christianity defines our present, our here and now, but it also shapes our future for all eternity. What does it mean to be a Christian today? What does it mean to be a follower of Jesus the Christ in 2023? Naturally, different people will answer this question differently. Some will say to be a Christian is to vote this particular way. Others will tell us that one cannot be gay or transgender if one wishes to be a Christian. Others yet will warn you, once you get divorced and remarried, that is the end of your Christianity. Some pastors will gladly inform us that to be Christian means to tithe and to support your church generously. Interestingly enough, Jesus never addressed this issue directly. But in the 25th chapter of Matthew, Jesus does provide us with certain criteria of what it means to belong to Him, of what it means to be a member of His flock, to be a citizen of God's kingdom. I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. A stranger or immigrant, and you welcomed me. Naked, and you clothed me. Ill, and you cared for me. In prison, and you gave me a second chance. So, with this very concrete criteria in mind, with these guideposts given us by Christ Himself, are you a Christian? Do you see Christ's face in people around you, in hungry people, asking you for change as you exit the grocery store, in refugees crossing our borders in order to provide safe lives for their children and families, in countless prisoners jailed in our for-profit prison corporations, in the ill and the naked, pushed aside by our healthcare system because they have none or very little health insurance. Are you a Christian according to these Christ-given criteria? Are we truly a Christian nation in the light of Matthew 25? I can already hear some of you say, well, I'm a Catholic, or I'm a Lutheran, or I'm a born again, etc. But the question remains, are you a Christian child? There is lots of room for different opinions in Christianity. We can argue which hymns to sing or how to worship God in our churches. We can, and indeed we have argued about how is Christ present with us in the Eucharist. We can argue about the importance of ordained ministry in the life of the church. There is enough room in the big tent of Christianity for people who have different opinions on many different subjects. But in the 25th chapter of Matthew's Gospel, Jesus leaves no room for doubt or misinterpretation. He says, "You did not feed me. You did not welcome me. You did not give me another chance. You did not clothe me." We can have valid and lively disagreements about immigration or healthcare systems. We can and we should have passionate political debates, because Jesus was neither a Republican or a Democrat. But we cannot ignore the needs of our sisters and brothers and still call ourselves Christians. We cannot pretend to not see the hungry Christ in our midst and still be a Christian. So, tell me, are you a Christian child? Amen.